This video is brought to you by the guitar Skyhook.
Hi there everyone and welcome to Artist Talks. Today we're having a special guest. It's Rick Kingo. And you say, Rick who? And I say, I met him this Saturday. He and his band, the Cable Clowns, won a prize for the best live act on Fynen, Odense Live Prisen 2020, the Odense Live Prize 2020. And congratulations, Rick.
Thank you.
That was a very good performance you did there.
Thanks.
You did a short presentation. I was blown away.
Yeah.
So I invited you into the Artist Talk show to find out a bit more about you and the band Cable Clowns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy to be here.
So glad you'd come. Cable Clowns is a 5-piece band, and well, there's some special things about this band. It's 10 years old, but within the past 5 years or so, your father joined the band.
Yeah.
Yep. That's not usual, and
No.
it's like it's a bit like Michael Jackson or Beach Boys, because the manager is.
That's my mom.
Yep.
Yeah.
You don't see that very often.
No, you don't.
No.
Probably for a reason.
Probably for a reason. Yeah, but and they're doing well, because the first time I heard of you, because I did that before Saturday.
Really?
Was an article in a paper telling about Cable Clowns that was actually going to tour to England, and that's not that typical for a Danish band. And also they were going around the globe on internet radio stations with the first hit you made called Pockets.
In suspicions, ways she mimics. She acted as fuel for my passion.
Is that right?
Yeah.
You played together for like 10 years as Cable Clowns, and 5 years ago or so you put out Pockets. What happened?
No, that was probably 4 years ago.
4 years ago, yeah.
Yeah, we made our debut album and we had to choose a single, and it was the obvious choice.
Yeah.
Because it was catchy and stuff. And then we were lucky enough to be picked up on the radio here in Denmark. And then we accidentally sent the album to an American guy called Alan Haber.
Yeah.
He's a radio host, and he also does reviews of music and stuff.
Yeah.
And he really liked what we did, so it sort of spread from there to a lot of different countries, a lot of different people.
So it actually came to USA and around the globe that way. A bit like Roxette, actually, because they had a breakthrough in America as well, as I reckon,
true.
from a radio station there.
Yeah.
And but I like to talk about your career as a musician. It's not that long yet, because you're 30, so you've got a long career ahead as well, I hope.
That's the plan.
Yeah, that's the plan. But your dad playing guitar, I think you must have started playing while you were a kid or so, but you told me you wasn't. When did you start playing guitar?
I think I was around 14.
Yeah.
Because I thought music was kind of stupid until then.
You did?
Yeah, kind of pointless. Like,
Yeah.
why would I do that?
Yeah.
Silly, but
You did play a bit drums, though.
yeah, I did. Yeah, that was fun. One of my dad's mates taught me to play drums.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that for about a year, maybe 2. But then I quit that because I wanted to play Pokemon and stuff.
Yeah, of course.
Seemed more
Yeah.
important.
But around 14, at your school, you had to do a project, and you decided to do what?
We decided to do music. It was me and Peter, who is in the band with me still, and a girl called Michelle.
Mm-hmm.
And we decided we would do a project about music. So we'd talk about, I don't remember all of it because it was a while ago, but we'd talk about music history and stuff, and we would write a song. And the problem was I couldn't play anything. So I told my dad that, look, I have to do this project for school. Can you teach me to play guitar real quick?
Yeah.
And he must have been like, it's not going to be real quick, but he taught me to play a few chords. I think he taught me to play Wonderwall first, because I was into Oasis and it's sort of easy.
Yeah.
And sort of went from there. I wrote a song after a a couple of weeks using the same chords but in a different order.
Yeah.
Because those were the only chords I knew.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's how it started. It was not a very good song, but it exists.
So, but you did a project with Peter, who's not in your class at school, but you did a project together.
Yeah, he's a year older.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know why we did stuff together, but we did.
You did.
People thought it was best.
And then, 14 years old, you decided to carry on with the music, so you actually joined or made up a band with Peter and his brother.
Yeah, we did that the following summer.
Yeah.
Peter's brother didn't play either, so we made him play. Because he was the kid, so he kind of wanted to hang out with us because we were older and therefore cooler.
Yeah.
So we told him, you have to play drums, because none of us wanted to.
Okay.
And
so you played guitar then, and Peter played.
He also played guitar, and then
two guitars,
and then his brother played drums.
Yeah.
And then we found a bass player. It was a guy called Troels.
Yeah.
He now does electronic music.
Yeah.
And music for video games and stuff.
But those three people, Christian, Peter, and you, Rick, formed a band 16 years ago.
Yeah.
And you are still in the band Cable Clowns.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the basics.
Yeah.
But what do Peter play in the band now?
Mostly keyboards and a bit of guitar, and he sings as well, and so do I.
He started on drums, and now he's on keyboard and guitars.
Yeah, he's played everything.
Yeah, and Christian started on drums as well.
Yeah.
And now he's on...
He's on bass now.
Yeah. So you actually did a bit of mix around. Do you do that on stage as well?
We do it with the keyboards and guitars. We used to do it more, but it turned out that it's not really good for the show if we just spend all the time walking around and changing instruments. It's too slow. So we still do it a bit. But not as much as we do sometimes. Sometimes at band practice, one of us can't show up when we're doing a new song or something, and then we just change it up.
Okay.
There's a song on our next album where I think I played bass on the demo and our new drummer played guitar, and I think my dad was there too, and he probably played guitar too. I don't know who did what else, I don't know.
No, so that's a kind of studio project. It's not like a band project, the new
album. No, it is. The thing is, we work on the stuff in the rehearsal room first, and then we do a demo in the studio to see if what we're doing is on the right track.
Yeah.
Because it's faster than recording everything properly and then finding out, okay, this sucks.
Yeah.
So we do that, but it turned out we went in with a song, and it sucked. So we had to rearrange it. It was just the three of us there.
Yeah. So that's what you did.
Yeah.
But Cable Clowns started out with an EP, and then they put out a full album by the name of
the Buca Bus.
Yeah. And the next album was around 1.5, 2 years ago.
Yeah,
called The Salty Taste to the Lake. Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And now you're on the way with a single in March and a new album in
May.
When you're touring England, just a little bit. What's the name of the new album? Do you know?
I know what I want it to be, but but
you haven't decided yet.
I think we're close to reaching an agreement.
Okay, but we'll find out. Yeah. I'll leave a link in the description below with the names of the albums and a link to whatever turns up to be the new album when it turns up. So you started playing music as 14 years old. You did a band, and then you went to high school.
Yeah.
And formed a new band with Peter. Again.
Yeah. We had to let Chris go. He wasn't good enough at the time. He sucked.
Okay.
He was not a very good drummer, and he didn't really want to play music, I think.
No.
So he had to go.
So he was out.
Yeah. I think I fired him.
You're a hard boss then.
Nah, I think I was at the time. I don't think I am anymore.
No.
I think now it's more of a democracy, which is of course sad for me as the old king, but it's okay.
Yeah. But then when you formed Cable Clowns, was that when your mother started to help you booking the jobs, or? Yeah,
sort of. After we'd been playing for a bit and with other bands before that too, and not really doing a lot of gigs, but mostly just doing a lot of band practice. And she thought we were getting kind of good. Looking back, I don't think we actually were, but but she thought we were, and she said, I can probably help you with that, because we didn't know what to do. None of us were really doing anything about it. We just did what a lot of people do, which is just sit around and complain about not having gigs.
Yeah.
But it turns out that doesn't get you gigs.
No.
So she started writing to people and lying about how good we were.
Yeah.
Then we started getting gigs, not paid gigs or anything, but just we were allowed to go places and play our music.
Yeah.
And that was really nice.
And I've seen someone counting your jobs to around 300 or so.
Yeah, I think it's probably more than that now. It must be.
And you also won a live award, so you must have had some practice on stage.
Yeah.
As well. And also beside that, you actually play gigs on pubs to live as a musician. So you actually live from playing music now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't live well, but we survive.
You survive.
Yeah.
But then the new album, and you're going to England. And you got an audience there. And are you planning to go elsewhere outside Denmark?
We hope so.
You hope so? Not at the moment.
No, we're talking about touring other parts of Europe in the fall.
Yeah.
But we haven't planned anything specific yet. But we want to do the England thing in May, and then we want to do something else in maybe September, October. Yeah. Because there's always a lot of stuff to do in Denmark over the summer, so we don't really want to leave then. But it turns out between October and April, there's pretty much nothing going on here. So it would be cool to go somewhere else, and we have some money that we want to spend on something, so we could spend it on touring. Yeah, to promote the album and the band as well. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and you're well on the way, I can say, because watching you on stage, it was pretty impressive. Thanks. When you hear new music and you don't really know the band beforehand, you tend to find other bands that sounds a bit alike what you do. That's true. And your dad is actually called Beatles Henrik, or Henrik, the Beatles fan. Yeah. So he's very much into the Beatles, and he also talked you a bit into listening to the Beatles after Oasis, I was told. Yeah, he did. Yeah. And I can hear those references in the music. It's clearly English, British. Yeah. And but I also hear an Australian, New Zealand band called Crowd House as well. Yeah, because of the vocals and the chords and arrangements. Have you been into Crowd House? Yeah, definitely. It's been a while since I listened to them religiously, but yeah, I've listened to them a lot. I've been to, I think, 3 of their shows. Yeah. And I got tickets for a new one later this year. So. In Berlin. Yeah. Berlin. Yeah. I don't know whether I can go, but I'd love to. I love the band. They're really, really good live. And they're really funny. It's a mix of music and comedy. Yeah. So do you do that on stage? Have you got any jokes? On occasion, it depends on the setting and what happens. We sometimes talk about planning what to say, but we always forget to do it. So you always forget to do it. Yeah, so it's always just sort of what happens when we're there. And sometimes that's really good, and sometimes it's not that good. No, not really. No, but that's the way it is. Yeah. Yeah. So you started writing songs, and you told me when we talked beforehand that in the beginning you didn't really want to learn other people's songs. You wanted to write them yourself instead. Yeah. How come, do you think? I think it's because I've always enjoyed the creative process, and there's really not much of that if you just Google a song and the chords and you just go, okay, I play this. It's been done, and it's probably been done better than I can do anyway. So, but if I write a song, then it's mine. Yeah. And no one's done it before. No one's done it better. No. And I get to do whatever I want. Yeah. And that's nice. Yeah. What's your approach to songwriting then? Do you start with the tune in the night? Do you wake up at night with the tune in your head, or do you sit by the piano or with the guitar and it flows? It's usually just random. Yeah. It's just sit around and I play something and I go, this one's not too bad. No. I should maybe work on that a bit more. And sometimes I sit around and I play and someone else says, that one's not too bad, you should probably finish that. Okay. Yeah. Cause what do you do in the band? Does other people write songs as well? Yeah, we actually all write songs. Yeah. So that's really nice. We do co-writing, some of us, and some write alone, and it's really nice.
How do you decide what works and what doesn't work then in the band situation?
Well, we get into fistfights.
You do?
No, I mean,
No.
Usually we sort of agree, but obviously not always. So,
No.
but then we.
What's democracy in a band then?
I think the one who gets angriest gets to decide. So it's not really a democracy. It's just whoever's scariest is in charge.
Yes. So it's a typical band thing. Because I mean, also when you do art, you gotta have the fire inside for a song.
Yeah, definitely.
So if you're ready to fight for it, then
then
it's got a chance on earth.
Yeah, and if you're not, then it's probably not that important anyway.
No. So, but do you argue like the Oasis brothers then?
On occasion, but not as much as they did, I think.
No.
but yeah, I mean, sometimes it's horrible, but
yeah,
that's the way it has to be, I think.
Yeah. How often do you rehearse then?
Couple of times a week, and then couple of times a week at the studio. At the moment, more because we're finishing up the album, but
yeah. So you're actually, the thing was that as a band, you started playing and your dad had a studio. So you went down there and for some reason the guitarist you had at that time decided to stop, and then you had a free seat for a guitar player and he jumped in.
Yeah, he said he could be our stand-in guitar player for a while until we found a new guy, and we just never did. That's
5 years ago?
Yeah.
So he's a producer for you and records the stuff.
He didn't used to produce us. Our first stuff he didn't produce. It was the EP we did in Aarhus with two other people called Mads and Søren, and they did a really good job. But then we had to do one song for a friend of ours who made beer, and he wanted a song about his beer, and we did that.
Yeah.
And we didn't have time to go back up there, so we just did it in my dad's studio, and it turned out sounding really well. Not really a great song, because we also wrote it really fast, and it's not our proudest moment, but it's out there, you can find it.
Okay.
But it sounded well, and we did a B-side to it as well, because it was a single, and that one turned out really well.
Okay.
So we just decided, okay, if we're gonna make an album, we're gonna do it here, because it sounds good, and we can do it for free.
Yeah.
Which matters.
It's easier, it's cheaper.
Yeah, and it's good. Very local, because it's, I mean, we all grew up there.
Yeah. So, but to communicate with your dad, how's that?
Oh, it's good. In the beginning, it was not really his band, because it was our band, so he sort of took a backseat to creative decisions. But since the second album, he's been way more involved with the songwriting and the arrangements and everything. That's been really good.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't think it's for everyone, but I think it works for us.
Yeah. So it's a family thing with mom and dad and you and
it
friends.
Is now. Yeah. And Peter and Chris are brothers. So, and well, our drummer Rasmus, he's not really related to anyone. So
no. So he hasn't got a chance to get anything through the band then.
No, he makes no decisions.
Oh my God. So, but I think we talked about doing a part about some more nerdy stuff. So this was a small part about the Cable Clowns and Rick. And I hope you see the next program as well, where we're going to nerd a bit about Rick's very special guitar. Ta-da! Thank you very much for watching, and thank you Skyhook for the support. Please subscribe to this channel and give us a like if you do. You're welcome to leave a comment or a question below. See you in the next episode, and remember to take your time to listen to other people's stories. You might learn something new. See you.